What's up, y'all? This is Coach Get Funny back at it once again for you and for yours. Hope y'all out there having a good one. You know what I mean? Shout out to the subscribers and the people that's watching the channel. I'm getting a lot of love. I appreciate that on different forums and, YouTube, BitChute, Black Junction TV. I'm getting a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that and I appreciate y'all. Melanapeople.net, can't forget about that. I appreciate y'all and stuff like that, man. But something that's been kind of irking me, not really irking me, I can see, I'm trying to put this stamp the shit on out before it becomes a fire, you know what I'm saying? Y'all heard of ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves. Much love to that group, you know what I'm saying? I support that, the concept of getting reparations and things like that, reparations, I support that, you know what I'm saying? Don't think I don't. But when they're trying to say, when people trying to say, well, death to Pan-Africanism and all that type of stuff like that, I don't think a lot of people never really read the history book about what Pan-African really is. You know what I'm saying? And we get confused with that notion, you know what I'm saying, about Pan-Africanism. Truth be told, Pan-Africanism, the first Pan-Africanism conference was not in 1900 in London. You know what I'm saying? We over here, Africans in the diaspora, been having Pan-African conference for a while. You know what I'm saying? There was one in Chicago. Almost showed the paperwork on that. You know what I'm saying? Where Ida B. Wells, Bishop Henry Turner, people like that came through. People from Africa came through. You know what I'm saying? People from the Caribbean came through. Canada, places like that. There's white folks there too. This happened around the same time of the Chicago expedition. You know what I'm saying? The little thing where Ida B. Wells wrote. She was well known. There was another one too down in Atlanta. About 1896. It was in put it like this, it was in the 1800s, you know what I'm saying, both these two conferences, where the term Pan-African was used and the term African American was used. Was reparations on the flow? No. Back during this time, matter of fact, back in less than 80 years ago, we really didn't want reparations from these people like that. What we really wanted was reparations, which means port us back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? That's the real talk. You know what I'm saying? Was reparations on the reparations on the floor. You gotta think about Callie House too. She wrote about that. But all this came from these summits and these meetings, which some would consider Pan-Africanism. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like when people start dissing that stuff, it's just like, woo. Now also Pan-Africanism too. Marcus Garvey himself, not that I can recall, and if I'm wrong, please put it in the inbox and please let me know. He never claimed to be a Pan-Africanist. You understand me? He claimed to be an African internationalist, an African nationalist. Neither Malcolm X. Malcolm X, I don't think, from my recollection, I might be wrong, but Malcolm X never claimed he was a Pan-Africanist. He claimed he was a black nationalist. You understand me? But from my recollection, I never heard him claim to be a Pan-Africanist. You know what I'm saying? Or called himself a Pan-Africanist. Even though he went to Africa, things of that nature. So, the term Pan-Africanism, also too, I want to make sure that's killed off too when I show this stuff in the video, that it also kills off that Jesse Jackson made the term African-American. No, that's false. Even Martin Delaney used the term African-American back in 1854. Africa was always at the center and the core of what we was doing over here as a people. We never forgot that we was Africans. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me go to the next thing. Some people said they had a problem with the American flag and she drinkers, and they showed with the American flag and how old boy came on. They had a show yesterday and I watched it, and he said about the American flag. This is our flag. I mean, that was the same concept some of them cats was under. Real talk. Not everybody wanted to go back to Africa. I mean, not everybody wanted to go back. And like the Chancellor Williams, who was a Pan-Africanist, who, and spit Pan-Africanism, to me, Chancellor Williams, the late great. If you read in his book, Destruction of Black Civilization, in the last chapter when he talk about the plan, in the beginning of that stuff, he says that, not every African should want to go back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? That's been over here. Because we built this shit up. So he said that's understandable. But nor does it have to be like that. And the plan, if you really read the plan was created for doing shit over here in African American, so-called African American communities. You know what I'm saying? Stabilize our shit first, then reach out. That's why I don't really can't knock on that shit. I just think of it as a strategy. You know what I'm saying? And you want my humble opinion about it, you know. I just think of it as a strategy. Yeah, you're supposed to have a group that's doing that. But ain't no time to be up here dissing all that type of stuff, you know, and going back and forth or starting this little kind of type of beef on some dumb shit, on some ignorant shit that really just came back from the same, they both spawned from the same minds in the same place. That's the point I'm just trying to make. You know what I'm saying? Now, another one, this is not Yvette Carl and all them, you know, somebody, you know, the people that just joining the movement, which is good. Talking about, well, Pan-Africanism, they never came back and did anything for us. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say that's a big uber falsehood. You know what I'm saying? Maurice Bishop, you know, he came up here. Thomas Sankara, he came back through here. There's speeches on them on YouTube in Brooklyn. And Thomas Sankara in Harlem, we got a speech. And Maurice Bishop, and it was in New York College or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Frantz Fanon. Okay? It wasn't for Frantz Fanon opened up Algiers. Oh boy, Eldridge Cleaver and his wife, Kathleen Cleaver, would have no place to go. It wouldn't have been no international branch of the Black Panther Party. Because that man, Frantz Fanon, did what he did in opening up Algiers, it gave us a refuge in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Where we got embassies. If you got an embassy, you're starting to stabilize as a nation. That's still nation building, because you got embassies overseas. Look that up. If I'm wrong, you tell me I'm wrong. I know I'm not wrong on that. But Frantz Fanon opened that shit up. It was because of his work and the things he doing. And the things he was doing was killing, shooting, and teaching. A warrior and a scholar. And that's how they got overseas and made that stuff happen. So you can't say they didn't do shit for us like that. You know what I'm saying? That, brother. So we got to start with this kind of divisiveness. You know what I'm saying? Now, another thing which is true, and we got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? The Africans that's coming over here, like I said, the Somalians and stuff like that in Minnesota. Those are the elite groups. They ain't letting no scrubs come over here. They ain't letting the elite come over here. Look, they ain't letting nobody just any old, like, any Joe blow off the street just come over here to America from Africa. You know what I'm saying? You already gotta have some capital. You know what I'm saying? You already gotta have some money and stuff like you have some type of education, some high class education. You feel me? Or on the flip side, on refugee statuses, through freedom houses and other places like that, other NGOs. That's another thing too that people don't look at. NGOs, look at the NGOs mean non-governmental organizations. Look at them in your neighborhood. Real talk, because they're the ones that be doing the real destruction. But back to what I'm saying though, they bring up their elite and stuff like that. Africa's still colonized. If there's a boule over here, which it is, it's true. Who's another Pan-Africanist who brought that to us? Steve Coakley was definitely on that. He was definitely on Africans Uniting Worldwide. In fact, if you listen to one of his tapes, he said the catalyst of a black worldwide revolution was not here in America, it was in South Africa. He said that was the catalyst of a worldwide black revolution, that spot. But, even when we talk about the boule, though, when he brought us the information of the boule, God bless Steve Coakley, our brother, our ancestor now, you know what I'm saying? There's boule. You think this is the only spot there's a boule at? Remember, Mark, if you listen to Steve Coakley, the boule was in Africa too. Because you had to have a place to stop Marcus Garvey from bringing them ships in. And they just expounded from there. You think the British don't have a boule? You think the British don't have a boule? And we know the French do. Because every time Amar gets smart and want to do some stuff, independent shit, they knock his noggin off. And the French got a track record of that. Of slaying them over there. You know what I'm saying? In the French-speaking part of Africa, they got a super track record of that. They don't give no fucks. So, yes, you got to understand. The world was a worldwide situation. We got worldwide problems and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to try to divide this stuff on up. The main thing about the two, you know what I'm saying, about Memo 47 and denying neglect is they got to set up a group of black people. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is Coast Get Fun Day. Peace. Y'all have a good one. Like I said, excuse me, I had to boost up these where was I at? At the boost up these certain amount of niggas and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's in Deny Neglect. That's in the Daniel Moynihan memorandum to President Nixon. Also, Jimmy, that's from Zebra Brzezinski, whose daughter Mika is on MSNBC, one of the most racist stations in the world. Her father, Zebra Brzezinski, written the other one, Memorandum 46. You know, they always, you know, they got to keep divided. You know what I'm saying? The perfect example of this, you know what I'm saying? The perfect example of this is what's going on right now with Venezuela. You know, what Dr. John Henry Clark taught us, that they had a cabal back in, you know what I'm saying, when they finally got the Moors out of Spain, they all had a meaning that we can't let these people do this too much to us anymore, you know, to our black people. So we're going to go to the lands they emulate from and take care of them there, you know what I'm saying, so they won't have the footstep on their doorstep in Europe. You know what I mean? So they click, clack, and come together. You know what I mean? They come together as one. It don't matter they Jewish, don't matter the religion, Jewish, Christian, that stuff amongst us. Stop putting your enemy, stop, that's called projecting, you know what I'm saying, in psychological terms. We can't project our problems onto them. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no problem when it comes to them being as one. It don't matter they Jewish, Protestant, Catholic, they'll put all that shit to the side. Don't matter they speak French, English, Spanish, Russian, they'll put all that to the side. You know what I'm saying? And come together and have a meeting about what need to be done. You understand me? So they know that we outnumber them and things of this nature. And they admitted that we smarter than all that stuff like that. So they got to do what they got to do to keep confusion going. You know what I'm saying? A small population like that got to have a wicked propaganda gang, which you should all know, and you know, growing up and stuff like that, we should all know we ain't been inoculated to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's worldwide, because white supremacy is a worldwide system and organization. Now, like I said, now back to the original point of this, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't get to bickering and backing over small, minute shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say you're going to do this in the land, cool. Ain't no problem with that. But then again, the person that's, you know, claiming to be a Hebrew Israelite living down the street, the person that's claiming to be an indigenous person living next door, the person that's claiming to be a Pan Africanism, you know, living 3 blocks away. I'm saying we all living in a little same neighborhood, and we basically facing the same problems and the same issue. And they're not going to distinguish between that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we distinguish among once ourselves. So what we got to do, if that's the thing we're going to do on the ADOS stuff, then hey, that's what's up. But I'm still going to stick to my African reach outs and talking to my African people. When I got a lot of African friends over there and stuff like that, and dealings like that. You know, and in the Caribbean, you know, I'm going to still do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The ADOS thing is just a strategy. That's it. It ain't nothing, and plus it ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? We just picking it up wherever we just left off at, basically. Because more people is getting more informed and more aware. So we got to accept it as such. You know what I'm saying? Pan-Africanism is just a strategy, too. I mean, if your definition of Pan-Africanism is black people reaching out all across the world, that's just a strategy, too. The strategy is always to get back to being a nation. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost. Because once let's say we get the reparation money, the ADOS, we get the reparation money. What's the next step? The next step is going to be what? We're building these communities, building up a nation. It's going to be common sense to that, because now we got the money and they know how to do it. We got the capital to do it. So it's still all going to come back down to the same strategy with both of them in mind, which is to get back to having an African nation, African nationalism, black nationalism, whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, let's not argue over terms and names and semantics and the slave master tongue of English. This is Koski Funday, man. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Still pumping it out. Still got some more videos to drop, you know. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. I'm going to have some more stuff coming on down. Like I said, that what I talked about earlier in the video. And the UNIA chapters here in Michigan and all stuff like that. All right, peace.